Hi everyone, and in today's video we will cover the programs under the topic of matrix in code kata using Python. This question states that Zahir is a cricket player and he had to play 6 overs of batting against 6 bowlers. The names of the bowlers and the runs scored in each ball is mentioned below in each separate line. What we are required to do here is that we should calculate the over in which Zahir was able to score the maximum runs among all the 6 overs, and we have to print the name of the bowler who bowled over that over. Well, let's discuss the algorithm to solve this code. To begin with, the name of each player has been given one after another, and there are 6 lines in the input which consists of only the name of the bowlers. Thus, we declare a for loop in the range of 6 and we append the name of the bowlers each as an array element. And after we store the name of the bowlers, we have to store the runs scored in each ball in an over. We would use an other array using the similar approach and store it corresponding to the array index position where we have collected the name of the bowlers. Thus, the index position of the bowlers and the run scored in their corresponding over should relatively be equal to each other. And thus, we will step into the coding part for this algorithm which we have developed. And to begin with, we declare an array named bowlers in order to store the name of the bowler who bowled in each over, which is mentioned in separate line one below another. And we declare our second array which stores the data of runs scored in each ball in an over. And we declare another variable total run which would be helpful for us to calculate the total runs scored in an over bowled by any bowler mentioned in the bowlers array. Finally, we declare calc array, and in this list we would store all the data regarding the sum of runs scored in each ball in an over, and thus we would be able to judge the bowler against whom Zahir had scored the maximum run. After the initialization of the lists and required variables, let's step into the input functions. In order to input the name of the bowlers, we use a for loop in range of 6 as we notice that the total lines consisting of the name of bowlers is 6. Hence, for I in range of 6, we append each line and store the data in the list bowlers. In a similar manner, while obtaining the input of the overs, we follow a new approach of incrementing the list with a nested for loop which splits each run scored in an over and appends individual value. So till now we have completed the input syntax declaration, and from now on we will calculate the total runs scored in each over. So here we declare a for loop in range of 6 as both the size of the array of bowlers and overs are the same, which is 6. And thus, for the first iteration in the array of overs, the value I maps to the whole over, which consists of 6 balls. Here we could calculate the overall run mentioned in the over by either using the sum of array function, or we could declare an individual variable and iterate it through different for loop statements, and we could store the sum of an array using a different list. In order to achieve the second function, we declare a nested for loop and we use a variable j in the over I. So for each respective iteration, j maps the value of corresponding element in the over or value I. So for the first iteration, j maps to the first value, and for the second iteration, j maps to the second value. And thus it does the same for the sixth iteration, where it maps up to the sixth value of a given array. And this happens 6 times, where by the end of the sixth iteration of the primary for loop, we would be able to calculate the total runs scored in each over, which would be available in a new array which we stored using the count variable. Here the count variable increments each value of j for a total of 6 nested iterations, and it is stored in an array. And after the value of count is stored, the variable count is declared as 0 in order to calculate the runs scored in the next over, and thus we would obtain the maximum run scored in an over or a series of 6 overs. As we have previously discussed, we could have iterated for the each list or tuple present in the list over, yet we declared a for loop in the range of 6 and initialized another variable runs in order to calculate to an over respective to the iteration value of I, where the variable runs would consist of the value of the particular over, or in the first case it holds the value of the first over. And we declare a nested for loop where the variable j equals to the integer value of runs scored in each ball in an over, and we declare a variable total run and we increment it with respect to the nested for loop statement. Whereas in our presentation we discuss the same value as count. We use both these values in order to calculate the total runs scored in an over and to store it in the calc array which we have declared above. And by the end of the nested iteration, we declare value of the total num as 0 in order to store the value of each individual over, and thus we had stored all the runs scored in an over, and we have to print the name of the bowler against whom Zahir has scored the maximum run in an over. In order to calculate that, we declare a variable player which is the maximum value in the array index of the calc array. As we are required to print the name of the bowler, we print the same index position of the maximum value of calc array in the list of bowlers, and thus we would achieve the name of the bowler. All the test cases has been passed. If you face difficulties in executing this piece of code, please check through the code which is available in the description given below. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel. And thanks. Let's meet soon in another video.